This is the water that came out of a resident's home in Edmundson Acres, a neighborhood northeast of Arvin, on November 17th. I'm Priscilla Lara, your neighborhood reporter, and as I found out, water quality is an ongoing issue in Arvin. I questioned city officials and the water district what's being done to clean up the water. On November 12, 2024, this was the water that came out of Maria de la Cruz's faucet as she attempted to wash her hands.
I went into the water office and I let them know that the water was dirty and I wanted someone to come out and test the water.
However, she says the Arvin Community Service District was dismissive of her request.
So the reason for not testing that water is because that's not the supplied water that we're providing to the city. Obviously for us, it's a key indication that there's a problem and we have to take care of the problem first.
According to Raul Barraza Jr. with Arvin CSD, back in November, Arvin had a power outage, causing the pressure inside the pipelines to fluctuate.
What happens in those situations is that you get this moving around of water inside of the pipes at high pressure, and it moves the sediments that typically you find in groundwater systems.
At the time, Barraza Jr. says the district followed protocol and flushed the fire hydrants in the area. However, 5 days later, on November 17th, De La Cruz says the issue persisted and that the color of the water became even darker. So she sent a sample for testing at Simple Lab.
I got the results in a few weeks later, and it tested high for arsenic, double the legal limit.
According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the maximum containment level for arsenic in drinking water is 10 parts per billion, but the results indicated that the water coming out of her faucet on November 17th contained 20 parts per billion. As the problem persisted, Barraza Jr. says they continued to flush the fire hydrants in the area as well as De La Cruz's water heater. Days later, he says they discovered a valve that was shut off and screwed on, which ultimately created a dead end, leading the water to sit with sediment and minerals in the area.
We had calls from other folks as well regarding pressure and some coloration, but not as bad as what she was getting in her house. And you know, it has to do with the fact that she was the closest to that area where we did have that stagnant water.
De La Cruz says she wants the district to be more transparent and alert the community when the water is contaminated.
There's a lot of people who cook and drink this water, and if you do not put it in a container, you really can't tell the water is all that dirty if you're not paying attention to it.
The district adds that they are working on building a new well on the north side of town that will help maintain water pressure consistent throughout Arvin. It's yet to be determined if that'll make the water any clearer for Arvin residents. For 23 ABC, I'm Priscilla Lara, your neighborhood reporter.